Okay, Dad, Leonard Dauber, tell everybody where we are.
I'm standing on the bima at the congregation Anshe Sfard on 14th Street, 14th Avenue and 44th Street, I think, in
Glad you remember where it is. Okay,
Right.
and tell us about this shul.
I was here for my bar mitzvah, which took place on March 17th, 1951.
Do you remember what you were wearing?
Standing in this spot wearing a blue wool suit bought on Orchard Street, which itched like crazy. But this is where I was bar mitzvah, in company of my parents, my grandparents, my brother, and the congregation. This is obviously a congregation that uses Nusach Sfard, which we davened and which I grew up with, both here and in the shtibel, which my grandfather used to frequent, which was a block from where we lived, on 55th Street and 11th Avenue, in Boro Park in this community. It being Shabbos Zachor, the notion of Zachor brings back all kinds of wonderful memories for me and for that time now long gone.
Okay, and what did we just learn? Joseph Dauber, which is Yosef Dauber, which was your grandfather, was a founder of the shul in about, I think it was 1915?
Yosef Arya Dauber, my grandfather, contributed $100, a very large sum of money at that time.
We think that's about $10,000 plus in 1915. Lord knows it could be $100,000.
Probably, along with a lot of other people, for seed money to build the shul. He was on the building committee. He was on all kinds of other committees, although I don't think he was ever an officer here, but he was certainly a strong supporter of the shul. The current ex-president and his daughter, who are very kind to let us in, have been doing research on our behalf to find yahrzeit books and donation books and what have you to bring that history back. Again, it's part of the Zohar, which resonates with me in particular, given my personal history with this soon to be, we hope, landmark institution.
How does it feel to be back? Do you recognize anything? Do you feel anything or no?
No, I don't. It was a long time ago, but somewhere stirring are obviously memories in the sense that I have been here before, and there is a familiarity here with the Aron and the beautiful carvings and stained glass and painted wall behind the bima. It is just absolutely a beautiful shul and a place which, for me, carries with it part of my personal religious history.
Okay,
It's
great.
that simple.
Okay, thanks. Go.
This is 14th and 50th Street, and this is the site of the YMHA, which still exists but is now Borough Park Jewish Community Council building. But it was here that I used to come after school with friends. We used to play in a basketball league, age adjusted. There were other things that went on in the Y here and there and everywhere. My recollection is that next to the Y, to its right as I faced the building, was the Young Israel of Borough Park, which is now gone. Assuming that memory serves, every once in a while we'd come to the Young Israel of Borough Park, mostly to discuss baseball and football, and occasionally to daven as well.
Dad, where are we?
This is 50th Street near 14th Avenue, and this is the site of the Shulamith School where I went to kindergarten, but where more importantly my mother taught. The reason I went here to kindergarten was that my mother needed daycare for me and somehow managed to wangle me into a class that was otherwise all girls.
We're now walking around.
The teacher was Hannah Harris.
Hannah Harris.
Who later became the director of lower school education at Ramaz. And she was wonderful, and I do remember her.
So here's the front entrance. Do you have any memories of this Shulamith school, Dad?
Personally, no.
How about playing on the roof?
I have wonderful memories of my mother who taught here. I do have memories of playing on the roof with a bunch of girls.
Okay.
Although in those days I was 4 years old, it didn't matter that they were girls.
Okay, and we're about 2.5 blocks from Congregation Anshe Sfard. Go.
This is 13th Avenue and 50th Street, and on the opposite corner where Daniel is focusing now,
Which is Eichler's.
The site of Yeshiva Eitz Chaim of Borough Park, where I went from 1st through 8th grades. It was Hebrew studies in the morning and secular studies in the afternoon, although we refer to it as English. My classmates and I have just had, within the last year and a half, our 50, let's see, we graduated in 1950, so it's our 58th reunion to see what's happened.
How'd you get to school every day?
We used to take the bus.
Which bus? City bus.
13th Avenue was two-way street in those days. You could go up and down. Right on the corner opposite us across from the school was a...
Bus by yourself, or
pickle
Grandma
shop?
Beatty dropped you off?
No, I took a bus by myself. Across the street over there.
Where the Gallery de
Underneath the
Beauty
Gallery de
is, yeah.
Beauté, but in that little shop that's
Yes.
now looks like a linen shop,
Yes.
was a pickle shop where if I had a nickel, which didn't happen too often, I could go in and pick my own pickle out of the barrel, and then I could suck the juice on the bus all the way home.
Good story.
One of the great delights of my youth.
Okay.
We picked up the bus right there on the corner.
Okay.
And it delivered me to 57th and 11th, and I walked a block and a half home.
Great, thanks.
And in the morning, I took the bus on 56th and 13th, and it left me off on the corner opposite the school.
Okay.
It was very easy.
Okay, great.